Tonight on Blue Ball Sports, the Jazz Brothers Lounge,
It's not volume's not working.
What do you mean the volume's not?
It's not working. It's not picking you up.
Okay, well, want to just cut it again?
Yeah.
All right, give me 2 seconds. All right, just whenever. Just let me give me a.
Yes. Come on.
5. Give me like a 5.
4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Tonight on Blue Ball Sports, the Jazz Brothers Lounge.
It's still not picking up.
It's not.
We're having an issue.
Wow. Maybe it's not picking up because I'm the only motherfucker in this building that knows how to do something. Why don't you get your head out of your goddamn ass? You know what, Alex? You know what I'll do live? I'll fucking kill myself. I'll take all these Xanaxes and just fucking kill myself. But I can't even do that because I'm just your trained monkey. Ain't I? I'm King goddamn Kong to you, aren't I? I just eat bananas and throw my shit. God damn it. And welcome everybody, Chaz Brothers Lounge, episode number 2, as always, graciously sitting next to Ben Manning and also sitting next to what really brings the segment together, a nice box of Jazz Black and Milds, and
a couple of absolute legends.
But I'm going to start today's show off with a little non-sports topic. If you want proof, is that a word? Anyway, probably. If you want proof on global warming, I think it's no surprise to anybody. We're in Kentucky, Lexington, beautiful city, but it is February, and it was 80 degrees yesterday. Is that a real?
It hit it.
It is
heat index is
February.
definitely probably that idea. Yeah, we've rocked the last week, and at the lowest, the high 60s. We've been casually around 71 to 74 degrees.
What's
comfortable?
77 degrees yesterday. What's the temperature today?
It is. It's in the 40s, low 40s. It is fucking frigid though. I mean, it's frigid. It's in the 30s probably. I don't know. It's fucking cold.
So I don't understand if. Should we panic? Is this normal?
Well, here's the thing, and this is.
I have so many Cosby sweaters, and for the record, this was before I bought those sweaters.
So now they're just sweaters.
Now they're sweaters. Well, let me retract. I have a bunch of sweaters.
Argyle sweaters.
Yeah, I have a bunch of very, very sweaters, and I have not even had to take them out of the tub this year. And I'm pissed, and I'm infuriated because they're Men's Warehouse. They're very nice. Very nice.
You're gonna like.
And I like to wear. I love the way I look in those sweaters. But it's 77 degrees, Ben. My balls don't need to. My ball sack has not been more confused in its life. It's down, it's up, it's down, it's up. I'm gonna get cancer.
Boy.
I'm nervous I'm going to get cancer.
Boy.
They're down, they're up, they're down, they're up, and they don't know what to do. My kid's going to come out with an arm like out of his forehead.
And you're going to be able to say, it's the winter of 2016. This was crazy.
When my kid is locked up in the basement and I have to feed him dead bodies, he's going to be like, Dad, why am I like this? I'm going to say, you can blame global warming. You can blame the Kentucky
Here's
weather.
A calendar.
Farmer's Almanac.
In your line of work and my line of work, we talk to people a lot. And I'm sure in the small talk world, well, and you're just trying to pass time.
Weather's always up.
And especially in Kentucky, and especially where like it is lately, man, it's, and I'm sure they say it to you all the time. You hear the same thing. So if anybody has a question, what about
Kentucky
global
weather?
warming? Well, just wait a couple hours and
it'll change. I swear to God, if I have one more grandpa cheese egg, you just gotta wait 5 minutes, boy. I know, motherfucker. I've lived here for 23 years. I've seen it.
It's to the point now where I know that I can say it, and I'm gonna get a smile and be like, "Well, that was fucking easy. This is just something."
That's how easy it is.
But you know what? If you want to see a proof of global warming, come to Kentucky and wait a fucking few hours.
They turned their fountain on the other day. It's February. We got the fountain in full blast.
Bro paddled out there. He paddled out there and was working on it out in the pond.
Oh, geese are flying. I saw flowers blooming. And as a biologist, I'm nervous.
We were sitting on the back porch and fucking bat tried to get us. Jesus Christ. Global warming's real. Donald Trump is a fucking idiot. Listen, come to Kentucky. I know the temperature's it's climate controlled when your head's in your own fucking ass. Now come to Kentucky and you'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out real quick. A lot of moving parts, a lot of moving pieces. Very, very important. Some odd trades. Some teams win. Some teams lost.
Yep.
Ben Manning, the NBA trade correspondent, with his absolute beautiful notes on cue cards, is going to give us a quick little rundown of the big of the big trades.
I can't read the words on them, but it's okay. I'll remember.
Yeah, I don't know. English. You know who also can't read?
Well,
Betsy DeVos.
Yep, that's interesting.
And so
I want to be
maybe
a teacher one day, and she is like the head of education.
So everything works out.
Apples and fucking apples. Jesus. All right. Yeah, there was plenty of trades, as is custom. Now, there are plenty of trades throughout the season. We'll focus on the ones around the trade deadline.
Absolutely.
Because those are the ones that happened most recently, of course. Yeah, and some of them are inconsequential because some teams are not in the playoff race, so they're planning for the future. They're trying to get money, get rid of players, expiring contracts, this, that, and the other. So you got Dougie, Fresh, McDermott.
Dougie Buckets.
Doug McBuckets, man of many names. Taj Gibson only has one. And to me, it's look-alike Carlos Boozer. Because he's got the beard and he's bald, but he's a solid player. So Dougie Buckets, Taj Gibson, 2018 second-round pick to the Thunder to go play with Russell Westbrook. So that gives Russ another shooter.
And gives him some help.
Gives him a shooter, gives him a good power forward. Enos is still fucked up. For Jeff Laverne, Anthony Morrow, and Cam Payne. The only thing that sucks for that trade for the Thunder, because really it doesn't hurt them that bad, I don't think, except for Cam Payne and Russell Westbrook can't sit there and dance before the games.
Twitter is sad. Twitter is crying.
A lot of good vines, a lot of good stuff. Jimmy Fallon. Another trade, Lou Will, 2 chicks, like I'm fucking Lou Will, to the Houston Rockets for Corey Brewer, who has scored 50 points in the last few years, which is just fucking stupid, but it happened. And a 2017 first. He is the Dick Don. Lou Will for Corey Brewer and the Rockets 2017 first-round pick to the Lakers. It's a pretty good trade for the Rockets. Corey Brewer's an okay player, but Lou Will's a real good offensive player. They're a flat offensive team. Somebody else to handle the ball, whatever Harden's on the court, or they can play together. Halftime. Interesting.
Yeah, I really do think if the Thunder could get another shooter, I think they will definitely be back on definitely a West contender easily.
I don't know.
You don't know about that?
Because their bench is just kind of weak. And Oladipo's a good player, but
he has shocked me. Watching him play,
he's good.
He's good, but I did not think he would flourish as well as he did. I did not think his athleticism would catch up to the NBA.
That's why I got drafted so high.
They saw potential, absolutely.
He's a very good defender, good slasher. He's way improved shooter, fine ball handler, good player. They're a good team. They got a lot to grow for. I'm afraid that Russ is going to leave them the next couple of years, and they're going to be a pretty bad team.
And that's the thing is, so all this bullshit about Russ being, obviously throwing shots at Kevin Durant, and he's obviously going to leave too. And so is that a pot on the kettle black? Is he going to go through the same treatment?
But the thing is, the team that he's supposed to go to is you've heard rumors of how it's Russ and AD are going to be really maybe. Now that was obviously before the Boogie trade, so things change, and who knows if Boogie stays after 2018 in the Pelicans. But that's all
Time will tell. That's something time.
That's for a different day.
That is for a different day.
That's for Blue Ball Sports episode 119.
If I'm alive by then.
So then you got Serge Ibaka. This is about a couple of weeks ago, but it ties into the next trade. Serge Ibaka to the Raptors. Raptors are playing well. The Raptors are going to be there in April, May, June, trying to play in the NBA Finals. They're wanting to fight against the Celtics and LeBron and the Cavs. Serge for Terrence Ross and a first-round pick of the Raptors for Serge to the Magic. It's fine. Serge is a good player. Didn't progress as much as he probably should have in the Thunder. He got stuck in a role, and he's became that kind of player. But very good defender, good offensive player.
Jimmy
Fallon. All right, so you got P.J. Tucker for Jared, piece of shit. Throw the ball at my chest, please, Jorts. Solinger.
What a memory.
So P.J. Tucker from the Suns to the Raptors for Jared Solinger and second-round picks in 2017 and 2018.
Could be
P.J. Tucker. Good perimeter defender, okay shooter, great competitor, played with DeMar Carroll. You talk about fucking dogs. Jalen up.
Interesting.
Fuck it. Nerlens Noel To the Mavs for Justin Anderson, who I personally like. Andrew Bogut, former number 1 overall pick, and 2017 first-round pick from the Mavs, which should be a pretty good pick because they're not very good. Just for Nerlens. So Nerlens get to play next to Dirk, learn a little bit, and now he's like their new center because Dirk's going to retire in the next year or two. Piece him to go with Harrison Barnes and hope you can get a free agent. You're Mark Cuban. You just hope you finally get a free agent one day.
And when I saw that trade, I was like, wow, Nerlens is getting, that's a lot of trade for just Nerlens. I was like,
it looked like that's a lot of, it looked like the Sixers were going to trade Okafor. They've been talking about rumors for a whole month.
That's my favorite. I think that's one of the best trades. I think that was definitely my
It's
winners.
good for the Mavs. A good player. And then the big trade, of course.
Everybody knows.
Pelicans to the Kings. Boogie Cousins.
One that's close to the heart. Absolutely close.
Boogie Cousins.
Close to the chest.
And Omri Caspi, one of the greatest vines of all time. Omri Caspi pulling Boogie's headband. They're bubbies. So Boogie Cousins and Omri Caspi to the Pelicans for Tyreek Evans going home to Sacktown. Langston Galloway and Buddy Hield, the crown jewel for the Kings in their eyes of that trade for 2017 first and second round pick. So that's the biggest trade because it seemed like that was the one team that was the one player had to move for other people to get moved. Now Jimmy Butler didn't end up getting moved, Paul George didn't get traded, these big players didn't get moved, but Boogie was the big piece that had to fall for like free agent. Like Boogie was a big piece to move. That was a huge trade for the future of a lot of franchises. So very interesting. Good trade deadline, not a bunch of fireworks, but you'll take it, and you'll take Jimmy Fallon to the fucking
But you know
bank.
what the craziest thing is another trade that's kind of in the works that I'm hearing is that America might trade Donald Trump for a used condom. And I don't know, those are just rumors.
Well,
you might have heard it here first. That's just rumors.
Yeah, well, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. And I just want Donald Trump to know you are not Dick Don. You are Don Dick. And that's all I know. And I hate it. I hate you.
And here at Blue Wall Sports, we would just like to give an Oakley update. It's something you saw in the first episode.
It's a big part of the first.
It's a big part of it. We missed it. We missed it last week, but
we didn't get to update it.
But here it is my question to you, Ben Manning. James Dolan. Bitch move, right move. Charles Oakley is automatically. He's already been back. He's already seen the game. He's already back in Madison Square Garden in a week. Yeah. You're going to go back on that in a week. Is that the bitch move or is that the right move?
Well, I think it's both because, of course, it's a bitch move to have ever been in that situation. It's a right move to just let him be back because people are pissed. People forget about it pretty fast. Like they're forgetting. It's water under the bridge almost already. Like just let it be. Bitch move to do it in the first place. Bitch move to just be like, oh, okay, whatever.
But bitch move for the
right reasons.
Yeah.
Bitch move for the right reasons.
Bitch move for the right reasons. Are we? So he can go see Train?
He can go see Train.
Everything's good.
Everything's fine. I'm happy. I'm satisfied, I suppose. He can see Train. I can see Train.
Everybody sees Train.
Everybody sees Train. Everybody's happy.
And yes, folks, welcome back. We're back at the Masturbation Pro Ams, and what a special sight we've seen today. We're starting now on the back nine, and Steely Dan seems to find himself in the rough with a beautiful shot, but the rough seems like it hasn't been trimmed for years. Does he go 3-wood, 5-wood here, Ben?
There have not been many athletes like Steely Dan in regards to chucking some of that rough.
Absolutely.
He chucks it, and he goes
as he goes to the bag, talks to his caddy. Could it be the 7-wood? He goes for the 7-wood. The length is perfect. Now, can we go for the shot? Look at the wrist. See, that's the wrist form. The forearm strength is something that is beyond. And a wonderful shot. Wonderful shot. Finds himself birdies. Oh, wow. Birdies the a-hole. What a beautiful shot.
As a former Masturbation Pro Am champion here. 25 years ago, I never forget it. Steely Dan just cemented his legacy. The wrist dexterity is something I've never seen. Now he can torque it like no human being on the planet.
Clearly, he has become the leader. But the young rising star, hammering Dick Johnson, about to tee off also from the 9th green. Now he's
a young gun that likes to rock it and cock it.
Exactly. Now we see beautiful drive, beautiful forearm. Brilliant shot. What a drive. I have not seen someone put a ball close to the hole in ages.
Oh my goodness. And with such an easy putt, let's see, and he shoots it and it rolls around and it drops right in the hole. I haven't seen a money shot like that since the 1980s when the famous Luke Babcock shot the 47. Oh my goodness! Shot a 47 total. Hit every hole he could fucking see. What a genius!
I genuinely believe that Hammer Dick Johnson can submit his name into the running of one of the greatest of all time in this field.
Absolutely.
We have young competitors. Ben Dover. He's somebody that is clearly knows the masters of the green, knows how to work the hole, knows how to work the club, knows how to work technique.
He's an up and comer.
He is a very good up and comer, and has never, very rarely have we missed a hole. And I have to mention, we've seen something I've never seen before. Two holes, one ball. It's a miracle.
A tear to my eye. Haven't seen it since Long Dong Kong in the 1992 British Open.
I completely have forgotten.
The wind was gusting, the clouds were out, and he shot 2 balls into one.
I think I can speak for everyone at home. I think we're in for a very special round of the Masturbation Pro Am this year.
Absolutely.
Back to you. Now, I am hesitant to even bring up his name, and I don't want to give him any traction. But he's a very syndicated man. He's got his own talk show, and I'm glad for him. I'm not glad for him. I'm just good that he can support his family, I guess. Okay. He's not homeless. But Colin Cowherd, as my 6th grade self would have maybe called him. And yes, I did win class clown in middle school. I just don't. He, on his radio show, and has been for the last week, made the comments that Coach Cal's NBA players are underachieving and perform at an underwhelming pace. Erroneous. I don't know how else to. I don't know what else. How can you even? You've got Karl Anthony Towns, who won a skills challenge last year as a big man. You've got Anthony Davis, who just set the record in the All-Star game with 52 points. Who all the GMs in the NBA voted unanimously, 25 and younger. Who do you want to build a team around? Anthony Davis wins. You've got Devin Booker, who is an all-star. Then you got also Tyler Ulis, who the Suns have said he is playing past the All-Star break. He is going to get hella minutes. You've got Nerlens Noel, who just got traded, who is, the biggest trade value for a single player. I just don't understand. His comments are ridiculous. Now, we're in February, and it just seems like that as tradition.
That was without even bringing up the change of the guard for UK and Coach Cal being there, and that's Boogie and John Wall and EB. Bledsoe.
We have limited time.
Patterson,
that's what I'm saying. You can't. I don't. That's what I'm saying.
Wake the fuck up.
We've been talking for 30 seconds. We've already named double digit. We've had double digit names. Now I know it's February, and the tradition of February is Groundhog Day. Groundhog sees a shadow. We get 6 more weeks of winter, which is bullshit. It was 77 yesterday. I just feel like that Colin Cowherd woke up, saw his shadow, and went, "Oh shit! I have to do 6 more weeks of just stupid, dumbass opinions."
Yeah, well, it's clickbait opinions and shit like that. I'm sure, and I could be wrong.
And I did not even click on the article because I knew what it was.
It's nonsense.
I said, "This is alternative fake bullshit."
Alternative facts.
This is alternative fucking facts, and we love alternative facts here at Football Sports.
I don't know. You sometimes unintentionally give alternative facts.
But he's intentionally giving alternative facts.
But the thing is the thing about Colin Cowherd is that I'm sure in his past.
I'm gonna start calling him just a coward.
I'm sure in his past he has spoken positively about players like Anthony Davis and Karl Towns and talk about how great they are. And I guess his argument is that they haven't won titles or won MVPs and stuff. But they're getting drafted. The lot of them. The ones that are really good that he's singling out.
They're going to the Bucks.
Going to the
Timberwolves.
Sure, there's players that have underachieved that have played for Cal, like Deron Lamb isn't in the NBA anymore. You know what I'm saying? Not to sing of Marcus Teague. There's players like that. But you have to look at, Anthony Davis is 23 years old. He's an absolute superstar. Karl Towns is 21. Maybe Anthony Davis is 40 now, but an absolute superstar. Boogie Cousins, 26, absolute superstar. John Wall, 26, superstar. Eric Bledsoe, star. Best player on his team, star. Devin Booker, 20, budding superstar in the NBA, and it's obvious. there's great players that are just young and they're on bad teams, but they are the cornerstones for these bad teams. These are the players that these teams are looking at and saying, we are building everything around you. Willie Cauley-Stein in his first game without Boogie just went 29-10. Boom, 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 cake work.
And he made the comment, he said, he based his whole opinion on this fact. If we wrote the history of the NBA today, no one in Kentucky would be mentioned. Well, yeah, motherfucker. Well, if you write the book in 2040, you're not going to mention any of these players I just mentioned? Yeah, it's going to be nothing but. There's going to be nothing but Cal
People
players.
will talk about players like, and I've said it on the podcast, I've said it in private many times, how Anthony Davis is transcendent. Carl Towns is transcendent. That means that in my opinion, they're transcendent. Means they're going to be spoken about for many years, many generations of players like Charles Barkley's and Hakeem Olajuwon's and Jordan's and all the greats, Larry Bird, Julius Erving. Mm-hmm. So, 23-year-olds that were born after they both retired have a fucking picture of this. Because
he was a garbage man at 26.
Because they're transcendent players. So,
exactly.
And that's what I think about those guys. So it's just an off base. It's just one of those things like, you know what? I'm on Fox Sports 1 now. What can I do to get people to watch my show and listen and click on my video on YouTube and do this, that, and the other? It is talk bad about Coach Cal and the fucking Cats because you know who's a big fucking fan base? I mean, that's easy. That's clickbait. That's just like, that's puppet master shit, clickbait, phony joke bullshit. Like,
Fuckhead of the week.
That should be. It's fucking it's satire.
The Donald Trump of
this motherfucker.
Sports radio?
That's still probably Bayless. He's still a different level. But Colin Cowherd, fuck you too. And Donald Trump.
And we have just witnessed the Cats take sole possession of the SEC first place. We did have to sit through an abysmal first half. And it looked like we were just going to get routed. The game started out 8-0. And I was like, well, Florida came to play. That's awesome. That's great. Number 1 seed on the line. Potential 2nd seed in the NCAA tournament. But
you got to start winning now. It's a big win.
Whatever Malik Monk, may he have been past Michael Jordan's juice. Whatever. Maybe he put flubber on his shoes. Yeah. Whatever happened in the second half comes out and drops 28 points alone in the second half. I've never in my life
ended up scoring more than that.
And I don't. He's streaky, always has been, and that comes off as a shock to no one. No. But how fast he can score those points, and they put up a statistic like he can score double digits in 2 minutes, and he has multiple times this season.
You talk about a prototypical scorer, somebody that can go hot from cold like that, and when he's hot, it seems like he might not miss.
I mean, he's cold, turnaround fadeaways.
There's a bunch of players that are like that, hot and cold, that are scorers and have the scorers mentality, but then the superstars and the high tier level of individual scorers like that can, like, it's different when they get on. And it's different, like, there's a different feeling. And you saw it at the beginning of the second half. Once he finally started hitting, it was just different. And without De'Aaron Fox and, the talk about Malik Monk maybe needing to get some point guard skills because he's undersized, he had to be the playmaker and stuff, and he was still on ball and off ball. But boy, oh boy.
Did we watch a game?
We watched a hell of a game, and we watched a hell of a transformation. And you could tell in Coach Calipari's reactions that he was seeing the transformation. He was seeing it sink in, like, and I'm not thinking he's coaching real hard. We talked about it plenty, but he has at least been saying, somebody has enough common sense to at least say, put your head down, go to the basket, and just
they can't guard you, bro.
Like, you have a 42-inch vertical, you can play above the rim, and then you saw him, they finally were crashing hard, and he threw the alley-oop to Bam. He dunks it over somebody, you know what I mean? And you saw the transformation, and it's really important that happened, and it's really important that it happened today, and we get to document it on camera because we've been waiting for the switch to be flipped to, like, maybe something click and be like, okay, our backs are against the wall, this is what we need to do to play our best basketball. And Malik did what he needed to do to become, because then you could see he was worn out. But the fact that he said, I'm going to put everything on my back and I'm going to wear myself out for this team in this game because it means so much. And Bam has stepped up 2 straight games. He's rebounding, and that's so important because it's something we've lacked.
And I was the telltales of the first and second half, it's literally like a light switch that got turned on. And you brought up the good point, superstar. The way Malik Monk could score, I literally said, wow, I am watching a superstar. And not only that, he wasn't the only one. The Kentucky boys, Dom, Derek, everybody, I saw hustle from this team that I'd never seen before. They were on the ground more than they were standing.
Everybody was pitching in.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, is this the moment this team has finally woken up? I think they're finally going to head into Nashville. They're going to be the #1 seed again.
Because they played like trash against Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
But Bam had like 22-15. And then he rebounds again today like he did against a good team that's like...
And now, with Fox being sitting out, he's going to be more healthy for the tournament. I think Cat's going to be something very dangerous to watch.
You hope so. And it all depends on how they play their next game.
And that's what they could come out tomorrow and just lay a goose egg. That's
it all
the craziest
depends
thing
on how they mount on, because that's been the problem with the team all season. They show the talent, they show you what they can do, but they don't build on it. If they can finally start building, then
all
it's
I can say is, as a child, I was always taught that God rested on the seventh day, the Sabbath.
Mm.
And if there's one man that deserves to rest tomorrow,
it's Malik Monk. Son.
That's Malik Monk.
Good for you, Malik. Fuck you, Donald Trump. Go Cats.
Hello, we're Blue Ball Sports, and in 2 weeks, we're going to be burning down Nashville. Are we going to die? More than likely. Am I going to piss my pants on the front porch? Definitely. Is my pecker going to be out of my pants 80% of the time because I can't work my zipper? 110% yes. And don't forget that you can follow all of that shenanigans by simply subscribing to our YouTube page at Blue Ball Sport, or simply following our SoundCloud at Blue Ball Sports. And don't forget to follow our Twitter at Blue Ball Sport. And remember, it's not BS, it's BBS.